we ready for this team?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder threesome.
Wonder
Activate. Activate.
Wonder threesome. Activate.
Threesome of glass. I don't know. We'll work on it. We'll work on our team name.
We're working on it.
420, my dudes.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Grow House Podcast. Our guest today, a legend in the glass game, the inventor of a whole shape in how you smoke weed. A legend, truly, William Menzies, American Helix, the founder, the one and only. Thank you so much for being on our podcast.
Thank you all for coming up.
It is special to be here in Salado with you.
It's a good town.
Yeah.
It's a good town.
It's special to be in the Batcave with you. I mean, this could be anywhere. It could be in hell for all I care.
It is that way on a Wednesday.
Like
Yeah. That's any given Wednesday. Yeah.
It's just it's incredible to be in the space, in the spot where your incredible pieces are made, are created, and then sent out across the world to make people happy.
Very happy.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we just jump right in and talk about what you are famous for, or what you are known for?
Besides raising hell.
Yeah, obviously.
Now that's
more specific to pieces, right? You know, like how would the casual, or the cannabis consumer just getting into it, just learning about pieces, learning about who's who in the glass game, how would they know this is a Boxfan piece?
I mean, Helix, for sure. For people that are inside the cannabis community, it's going to be the Helix. For people within the glassblowing community, it's probably more going to be Flow Magazine, which was kind of our industry rag that we've had in print for 23 years now. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So two separate sides. Like you've got the consumer piece of things where they have your art and they idolize you and they smoke out of it, and then you have the community that you're collaborating with and working with and giving a voice to with Flow Mag.
That was the important thing, when I decided to come out with the Flow, there was one industry rag. It was like 16 pages. It was sepia. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it was sepia. It wasn't even
like
black and white.
Did they spell time T-Y-M-E?
Yeah, and I called the gentleman up, and I won't mention his name, even though I'd love to. And
but why sepia?
And I was like, hey, I would like to do a tutorial for you all. And he was like, great. And we talked a little bit, but then I mentioned that I was a pipe maker. And as soon as I did, he shut me down. And I'm very glad, because it gave me the motivation, and I got really pissed off and started my own magazine. Didn't know shit for what I was doing.
Yeah, why would he shut you down though?
Because I was a pipe maker.
Right.
Yeah, because I made weed pipes.
Ah.
Yeah, there was a lot of pushback from the artistic community in the beginning for pipe makers.
Right.
We were the redheaded stepchildren.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But because of us and because of the influx of monetary value that we brought into the glassblowing industry, there's a color palette of over 300 colors now, whereas there were 17 when I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the contribution of pipe makers to the glassblowing community, but you guys were historically seen as, lesser than? Or,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, man, we're just working our way to our next sack.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
We don't have families to raise. We don't know how to build businesses. We do not know how to act appropriately in public.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Wow, you're using your art to make this drug that.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. That's our. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
But then we started kicking their ass.
Right.
Started creating the new colors, started kicking their
Well,
ass.
and just the quality, like there were two turnarounds for me personally, because my whole thing was that I wanted to put a deserved piece on the cover of the Flow that was a pipe. And, up until 2007, it wasn't, our art amongst ourselves had not progressed to that point to where there was a pipe that you could look at that if it was sitting in a gallery, it wouldn't look odd.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
it would stand up.
It would stand out. You'd be like, oh, that's a pipe. They're smoking weed out of that. No, but it wasn't until 2007. It was an artist called Jag, just another glassblower, and his name's Nathan. He's originally from Philly. Some of the best glassblowers in the entire nation are from Philly.
Oh, wow.
Elbow, Zach P, Snick, Jag.
Okay.
I don't think Coyle is originally from Philly, but that's where he cut his teeth.
Yeah,
you
why
know?
Philly? Why did that become a nexus?
Before you answer that, can I test? The
Get after it,
words?
girl.
Okay.
I think RISD.
RISD.
I think RISD.
Okay.
You know, RISD is
Yeah.
close to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so I think that having, and the other reason is because the only accredited glass blowing, scientific borosilicate glass blowing program in the nation is in Salem Community College in South Jersey,
Oh wow.
which is
Okay,
So
yeah.
that little
east of like an hour east of Philly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So between
You got design,
RISD
yeah.
and then, the college training, actual training glass blowers how to, because the glass that we work with is called borosilicate, which is, if you want to go with brand name, it's Pyrex.
Pyrex. Okay,
Pyrex,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Pyrex.
So, this is shock resistant, it's chemical resistant, so it makes it perfectly suitable for making pipes.
Yes.
To whereas what you see traditionally with the long pipes and the big glory holes and things like
Mhm.
that, that's soft glass.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it's not as, you can't temper it as well.
Right.
You know?
Is it as
Right.
chemically resistant?
No.
Or, okay.
No, not
wow.
at all.
Oh, wow.
Because
So-
you're, this is a piece that I'm consuming cannabis from. You want it to be chemical resistant, I think.
Speaking of consuming,
Yes.
Yeah. So how did
This
you
is
get
an honor.
look, and
It's an honor to sesh with you on a helix, sir.
And,
Let me
look at
just say.
the swirl. I just saw that swirl.
So beautiful.
all right, how that came about?
Yes. What was your inspiration for this?
Bob fucking Snodgrass.
All right.
You know, Bob fucking Snodgrass. Bob makes those steamrollers, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so the Dragon steamroller. Bob would carve the steamroller in such a way that he could get this thing of clear, cool air coming in from the carb, and it would encapsulate the smoke coming out of the Dragon's mouth.
Ooh.
And see, so back
That's
then,
so smooth.
I don't know if
I love
y'all,
how delicate we're being.
I know.
if y'all can remember that, I know back when I was in school, there was that whole urban myth about expansion.
Right.
About how weed expands and that's what makes you cough.
Right.
And Bob said, that's bullshit.
Oh wow.
That's bullshit. What happens is you're putting hot, acrid smoke into your lungs. Your lungs think they're in a fucking forest fire.
Yeah.
They send that signal to the brain. They're like, yo,
Yeah.
this sucks.
You're dying.
And
Yeah.
your diaphragm contracts.
Right.
So the weed's not actually expanding. It is that the volume in your lungs is shrinking because your diaphragm contracts. And that's what,
Yeah.
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 and
That
so,
makes perfect sense.
Leave
and
it to a pipe maker too.
fucking Bob. And so that's what Bob was like this. And you got to do the Bob voice when you do it. It's like, when you have that little bit of cool smoke and it's traveling around the hot smoke, then you're basically bullshitting your lungs. So yeah. So, I wanted to come up with the blue collar version
Right.
of what Bob was accomplishing with his $3,000 and $4,000 Dragon steamrollers
Right.
Yeah.
that somebody could spend less than a bill on,
And be making
and
prime glass.
feel the difference, because what it is you have these inlets here, and so while you're smoking through here, this is about 70%. Then we basically the whole pipe's a carburetor
Right.
because we're mixing the herb with 30% room temperature air, which mixes here at the top of the chamber. Then this being a Bernoulli effect, this is a Venturi chamber. So as it goes down to the bottom of the chamber, the air pressure increases, thus it's channeling the smoke back after it's been cooled.
Damn. You're throwing curveballs inside that thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Straight.
Yeah.
Smoke
That's
is mixing.
incredible.
It's like dancing in there. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, and you can see it
It's like
whip.
a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Like
It's
fun.
it makes it so much more fun
It's
than just
fun.
like
It does.
normal.
It's fun not coughing after you take a smooth rip, It's
But
like,
it's also science. That's one of my favorite things to say is it's science, bitches.
It's science.
It's
bitches.
been science,
you know,
bitches.
that phrase today has never been more important.
Right.
Science, bitches. Incredible, man. So yeah. So let's take it back to when you started playing with glass and making pipes.
Oh wow. Well, that's again Bob.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you see
you
him?
said
or-
when you were 16, though. You earlier.
No,
you were
I was just-
playing
no, I was-
around when I was 16.
yeah, I was cutting out acrylic and I was not blowing glass, but I was still making pipes.
Right,
Like,
right.
yeah.
I was figuring it out.
Right,
I
right.
was figuring it
making
out.
pipes.
Yeah, I was
That my
making
question.
pipes. No,
Let's talk about making pipes.
Yeah, I mean, like any other stoner kid, except mine kept progressing. So,
Yeah.
you know, I wanted to make the pyramid pipe that the smoke went like this through all the layers of the pyramid.
And you breathed out of the eye.
Yes, you know, which helped enlarge your third eye. and
doubt.
all the
Yeah,
No
things.
fucking doubt.
Yeah, so,
Right
Yeah.
on. What was the most sort of like, I guess, like junkyard pipe you made? You remember like your early novice days?
I just think that it always goes back to the Coke can.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Coke can is just everyone's, you know.
Apartment level.
That's
Figuring
it.
it
I
out.
mean,
you figure out the science when you finally make your own Coke can.
you got a
That-
Coke can and a nail, you're getting high.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
apple was nice too. I always
See,
liked
I
the
find that to be, the apple's an art form. I don't consider that to be bottom level. I'm sorry, but that fucking,
Right?
that apple, that's
That ain't
legit.
easy, man. That ain't
You got,
easy.
nature gave you a bowl. It built in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Right. And,
Yeah.
yeah. I just
Can't do that shit with banana.
No.
But how do you do? But people do online. You'd be surprised.
Oh,
But
they'll
what,
do.
how do you do the
yeah.
apple? I've never done it successfully.
There's several methods.
Several methods.
Let's hear from the master.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but you know, like just sitting around the house, people have an attempt to do it with the straw, but the straw is real hard on the vertical because you got the core there. So what I used was I'd take a big pin apart and then use the shaft of the pin, and you go down through the top, and then you go in from the side and you connect the two, and really that's all you need. You can smoke right there in the apple. Like you don't need any aluminum foil, you don't need shit. You need an apple and a big pin.
And it's kind of nice. Like once you get kind of
Get
the
a
edges start to
taste and
dry out and burn a bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
So there's no carb. You're just
it's like a straight.
It is
Like
a
it's a
carb.
pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Or-
you drill through the top and then through the
And the
side,
side.
so you make them connect there.
Yeah.
So you can have your cart like your mouth here, light it here.
I mean, you
Carb
could
here.
carve
You
it.
could-
You
you could
could
just-
if
yeah.
you could go all the way
What I'm saying
through
is
the
that there's
apple. I
two
never
holes.
did.
Yeah.
You know, there's a mouth and there's
Yeah,
the-
that's what we did. We
herb.
would punch all the way through and then kind of use it as a
Okay.
slot from the top.
Nice.
Yeah.
See,
Oh.
I never see
Now you
already.
you might burn an eyebrow or two.
It's cool though. No, you get
That's
just
very
the sideways
cool. Yeah,
thing,
that's
you
very
know.
true. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that so
It's science,
much.
bitches.
The science bitches. That's how we do it.
I mean, come on now. He wants us to smoke weed out of apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that one was, you know, and then you're all incognito.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then you eat the apple
You just-
afterwards.
yeah,
you
you
got
get-
that fiber.
get
You
rid of
know.
the fucking yeah.
Feed it to
You
the
get that
deer.
resin high.
And
from that.
especially in Texas, you still have to be mindful. As sad as it is, we have to be careful because shit's still illegal here.
Oh,
It's fucked.
That's
yeah,
right.
man. Yeah, it is.
You know?
Which brings us to that point in our podcast that wah, wah, wah. We're in Texas and it's still illegal
Yeah.
segment. I mean, it's true. It's,
was
it's
heartbreaking.
absolutely true. You have to be careful.
This last session was heartbreaking.
Right.
That we
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
missed it. It,
Yeah.
it just it blows my mind. On the basic levels, decriminalization, just not even getting a voice on the Senate floor.
No.
It's like, how did we miss that?
Yeah.
I've been bummed about it, but we're also marching forward. There's all kinds of shit we can do, but
Yeah.
we try not to get too down in the dumps about it. But we try to just stay active on fighting this goddamn nightmare.
It's at least it has moved forward, even if it's in a casual way. You know,
Mhm.
just like Williamson County alone, the fact that 5-6 years ago they were prosecuting a 19-year-old young man
Mm.
on the weight of the brownies.
yeah. and
So
it's-
my man was looking at 40 years.
yes,
Yeah.
because
Ten-
the whole weight of the brown.
For the weight of the brownie.
Yeah. Yeah.
To where you fast forward today in Williamson County, if you got less than this, they're gonna just write you a ticket,
Right.
Mhm.
and they have moved forward. Travis County,
Yeah.
you know, there's many counties that have moved
Yeah.
forward, so
That's right.
that's progress.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
you know, we have to
Thank you.
ask. I think we have to somehow communicate with our officers that are being lax and truly obeying the city ordinances of decrim to spread that message to their fellow good old boys around the state that still are in these towns that are popping people
Amen.
Well,
and
it's
putting them away.
Amen. It hurts. It
we
hurts.
got to get them saying.
They're fucking
hurts the
revenuers.
community.
Yeah.
And that's
They-
what happens is
Yeah.
that we've broken down to where instead of them being a fraternal order that serves the public as they should, we turn them into fucking revenuers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, I often feel I feel pity for law enforcement today. I mean, just goddamn.
Oh yeah.
You know, I really feel pity for them, and I know there are more good than bad. You know, these are human beings who were kind of sold a bill of goods. You know, when they were kids, they thought of themselves, I think most of them thought of themselves protecting and serving their community and, you know, living a good life, you know, not fucking,
Well,
you know,
one of those
busting
childhood
people up
jobs,
over
you know,
herb.
that's one of those things like,
Yeah.
I'm going to grow up and be a policeman. I'm going to grow up and be a soldier, you know, like it's
firefighter,
a thing of pride.
a nurse,
Yes, yeah. Oh,
You know?
Kids are
a
so
teacher. These are
disdainful
the
now.
backbone
Like,
of
Exactly. You're not
community.
getting that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Grow up and be a cop.
Be a TikToker, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Dude, you know, and what's funny is
Oh, idiocracy is happening in real fucking time.
Dude, it is here.
we just have
Sorry.
to pray. We just have to pray that we're not contributing to it. You
Yeah.
know, like it's hard. There's a lot. It's a crazy time right now.
You know what's so
That-
funny too? Sometimes because I ponder that too, the fall of society and where are we at with that. And I'm such a giant fan of UFC, as I know
Oh,
you
yes,
are.
absolutely.
So, dude, like sometimes I am like, dude, this is the most bread and circus like you could possibly be fed to be distracted. You know, like the fighting is it's such the ultimate game between humans.
Ancient.
Yeah, and
You know,
ancient,
ancient.
right? All these societies that fell tended to do this too. It's funny, right?
Right.
Like it gets you thinking.
Well, and football's been that anyway.
Dude.
That's been our gladiators for the last
Right.
40 years.
Right.
Right, but
Yeah.
I think that what we crave is something so pure because there's just so much fuckery swirling around us. That's something like the UFC. It's just so fucking pure.
Yeah.
Two humans get in an octagon, and one human comes out the winner, and then we're able to like break down every single punch and this.
Move.
There's
and
very
fakes
little
and-
gray
yeah.
there, and there's just something so fucking relaxing. I think about that in and of itself.
And at
You
the
know?
end of
I don't
it,
trust football anymore.
for the most part, I'm not going to say everyone, but at the end, for the most part, the camaraderie that's there, the I'm going to help this man back up, and the hug, and
Yeah.
brother, that was good. Let's do that again.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
like
The
Respect.
they know those bruises are going to heal. That's not lifelong shit. You're going
Yeah.
to get over that. The experience that you had, though, that's going to stay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
That's it. You entered into the arena. You did that. You
Mhm.
know, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, when are we going to see Amanda Nunes again?
She's fighting. I think she was supposed to fight, but they canceled it recently.
That
Yeah.
happened, you know, and she got married,
Right.
and
The
then
baby.
they adopted, or no, they had a baby.
Yes.
They had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Her girl, yeah, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I
Yeah.
digress.
Yes.
I'm just
See,
like, yeah, I want to see
But
it. and
it's
get
fun, I find it to be a little bit more pure of a sport, in the sense that it takes a certain type of person to watch it. You know, like the average, like I know lots of people who watch tons of football and UFC is like they're completely indifferent to.
I just don't understand that.
Yeah,
I
right.
really don't.
Yeah,
But okay,
Yeah.
you know, it takes all kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what happened in, I don't know, 1998.
That's about when I moved out to Oregon. I was working kind of the tie job in Ohio.
Mhm.
I was doing inspections and right of ways for fiber optic lines.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I was hanging out with a bunch of cool kids from Ohio. I don't remember none of y'all's names, but if you watching,
Remembers the medals.
Yeah, yeah.
Remembers the
they
medals.
remember me.
Yeah.
And we started doing a lot of festivals, and I started eating a lot of acid and a lot of mushrooms. And so this transformation from me on the corporate track, college boy, fraternity boy, you know, the things that were built into me since my youth,
Yeah.
started breaking down.
Oh, wow.
And I come from a maker. My father made handmade Western boots for 40 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah, and I worked for him, with him all the way through college.
Wow. So you
Do
got
you
to
have
learn that
some?
craft. with
Yeah.
him?
No?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I got bunches. Yeah.
That's awesome.
In
Yeah.
different sizes?
Wow.
No, they were all mine. No. Yeah.
We'll just stuff it full of pen.
Yeah.
She wants to borrow your boots.
Yeah. Hey, they say they got Boxfan on there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool,
Yeah.
man. What
Yeah.
a cool thing to do, though. Learn, like, growing up, learning a fine skill.
Oh yeah. No,
That's-
and a one that's quickly disappearing,
Yeah.
more so than other crafts.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did that, and but he made me promise not to be a bootmaker because it was hard living. You don't make much money, you know, and obviously glass. I mean, I smoked weed, so you know, and I had a couple of glass pipes. So anyway, at the festival, that's right, at the festival and shit, saw a fucking glass blower, you know, and I just talked to him, and I was just like, I knew, like, and I wasn't looking for anything. Nothing, you know, like I was fine in life. I was like 26 and I'm making killer money and I'm on the road and I get to hang out with all these cool people. And then I see this glass blower and I'm like, oh shit, I guess I'm gonna blow glass.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, you know, like I'm done.
Wow.
And so I hung out with him that evening and then he gave me Bob Snodgrass's name. He's like, yeah, you need to find this dude out in Oregon.
Wow.
You know, and you know, this was before the internet, whichever camera I'm supposed to, before that. Like, we had some fucking yellow pages and some white pages. Wasn't much going on in 98.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
it
wasn't like Bob Snodgrass.
Right.
Where so anyway.
You found him. So how did you find him? You literally like used the yellow pages?
No, I just knew that he was in Oregon, so I got them to transfer me to run into Pipeway around, what's the name? The lake in Seattle. Lake Bellevue? Lake Bellevue, I think? Yeah. So we're doing fiber optics around Lake Bellevue. So they transferred me over there, and then I just started doping down into Oregon. And I would see smoke shops, and I'm like, I'm looking for Bob Snodgrass.
Yeah.
And I just did that for about the first month and a half.
Oh, man.
Nice.
And then I found Bob.
Don't you wish you could like go back to a time sometimes where you gotta like really hunt someone down? Like when it was like, this means so much to me. Let's go.
Made for a great experience.
Right?
Oh my God.
You know, pretty good story.
Yeah. It's like when you get there, you knock at the door and they just left, man.
Dude, what happened?
They went to the East Coast.
Well, no, I just like, everything's so fucking vivid. I got a shit memory. Guarantee. But man, I remember the way the rock sounded when I drove up in the driveway. I shit you not. Like, it was cool. And I was all fucking proud. I'm like, and, you know, come up and I'm like, I'm from Texas.
Just like a Texan.
Want to blow glass? You know, I found you. I'm a bad motherfucker. Please knight me now and give me my fucking goblet. And then they kind of looked at me and they were like, okay, well, you can go sit next to the guy from Japan. And I'm just like, fuck me.
I'm not the only one who has this
idea. Yeah. So the guy from Japan, which he ended up being the first student of Bob's from Japan, and he carried the pipe making movement, but with the Japanese more the pipe style of working with lots of fume and utilizing the clear glass a lot, because the Japanese have a long tradition in lamp working. It's called Tondo Damo. Tondo Damo is the Japanese form of working with a flame and rods of glass. And that's pretty much lamp working, you know, that's how we make the pipes.
Right. Okay.
Now we got big ass torches and shit too, you know, so this guy ended up going back to Japan and did the fucking Bob thing in Japan, to where now it's like, I'll show you some Japanese work after the podcast.
Yes.
And you're just like, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they fucking did it.
God, I love that. Did the Bob thing in Japan.
Yeah.
Because when you think about how the Japanese really do anything, it's just a
you show them how to fume.
intricate perfection.
I bet it's amazing.
I mean,
so like Bob just didn't do this in America.
This is an American pipe. This is Japan. This is like such a big pipe. So crude, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like they do the fine. Whoa, that's so cool.
I don't know. There's a few helixes in Japan too.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Let me say this is a beautiful thing. I'm saying like just the style, you know, that I don't know, because it's a
Oh no, but their shit is thoughtfully designed and
as is this.
perhaps even delicate. Though I don't mean delicate structurally, but just the design, and it's not bigger than it should be. And there's no ego, you know, it's an egoless kind of design.
It is.
Yeah.
I got to live in Japan for a year. I was fortunate to have that experience right out of college.
Right.
And it's an incredible place because the way they take everything so serious.
So
and they're
serious.
like, so when they are artists, they are artists, man, and they give their time to it, and it's so disciplined, you know. And I think the American style,
it's the Bushido code.
Yes,
you know, it really is.
Yeah. And I feel like American style artistry allows you to explore what your method is and have the freedom to do that and the space to do that, and then to craft your discipline. Whereas there, it kind of just comes built into the educational system.
Yeah, no, they're just fucking disciplined.
Yeah, right.
They're just fucking disciplined.
And also, I think the size difference, I mean, is important to talk about too. I mean, when you think about like pipe sales in Japan, you know,
There's
I mean,
not
in
a lot.
hands, like look at these big ass hands,
Well,
man. I'm like, give me that bug.
But
I
weed
think,
is
you know,
highly
Japanese-
illegal in Japan.
Yes.
I mean, I'm talking about fucking a
Mm-hmm.
fucking pinner, and you're doing a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Real.
So is there, and I knew that it was highly illegal, but is there no smoking culture? Are they trying to replace that with something else?
Here's the weird thing. With Bob came weed.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think that Bob has had a lot to do with the resurgence of a smoking culture in Japan.
Oh, wow.
And the reason that I say that is because they're very ritual people. You know, they have tea ceremonies, you know, and so, but nobody was making weed pipes in Japan. So with Bob,
The ceremony of weed.
and now you got, say, 40, 50, you know, Japanese kids in Japan making pipes, but then they're making jewelry. They're making lots of jewelry. They love, and they make beautiful jewelry, but you know, they were kicking out a few pipes. And so those started migrating. But when you're Japanese and you're smoking, you never smoke alone.
Yeah.
You're not going to smoke alone. Like you're
Have you been to Japan and met these people?
Yeah.
Dude,
I went on a glass blowing thing where,
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the culture?
Okay.
Did you get to like?
Oh yeah, they just some weed heads listening to fucking listening to fucking Grateful Dead and shit. They took me to a Grateful Dead cover band and like, you know, no, these kids were just fucking cool. But when they sat down to get to work,
Boom on.
boom, I'm on.
Yeah.
And no, it was an amazing experience. And I love you, Akihiro. Like, I'm so many good friends in Japan that like these guys, their work is just awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
so
beautiful,
cool.
beautiful.
So you walk into Bob Snodgrass's house.
Oh, yeah.
You sit, you know, next to the guy from Japan
Yep.
who's there, traveled as well. And then what was the journey like when you got there? What was your work like?
I worked a lot, you know. I worked a lot.
Did you leave your other job, or were you?
Oh hell yeah! No, no. I offered them 10 days, but I was already smoking so much of that good ass weed on the West Coast. I was fucking everything up, and they're like, "You can leave now, man.
Bye.
Later." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm out here."
Amazing.
No, I dove off. I had like a fucking mason jar with this amount of money, and it was fucking do or die. You know, I had to buy all my glass blowing equipment, and I couldn't do shit with glass. Yeah, I was just like, oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, I was just done. Yeah, it was over with. It was time to make it or break it.
Hey, water cheers, y'all.
Hey,
Sorry, just wanted to cheers you. This has been
Feels good.
awesome. I'm so happy to get to know you, man.
You
And
too, man, for sure.
It's quite a journey you've been on, and
I want to keep listening to the story though.
I was gonna.
So keep drinking your water.
Oh,
okay, no, so your job is like, okay, get out of here. You get to Bob's place, and then it's work. Is it like 18-hour days? What are you doing?
Nobody in Eugene, Oregon does 18-hour days. Those motherfuckers don't wake up till 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
No, like literally you go to an establishment that says serving breakfast, and it's like 9:30 and doors fucking locked. They're like, we open at 11. I'm like, you can't call it breakfast then.
Yeah, it's like, at least they brunch.
Like, this is not a joke, man. Anybody who's laughing, if you've been to Eugene, you live in Eugene, you know what I'm saying is truth. You're laughing your ass off. Shit don't start in Eugene till 10 o'clock.
Okay. So mostly when you're awake, you were blowing glass.
No. I was working. I was burying cables in the yard. I remember that I did a kind of a reconstruction build out on what was to be their laundry room. I worked. I was raised to work, and I blew glass, but like.
Oh, nice. So you like worked and lived and blew glass.
Yeah, I rented the metal there's a metal building across the street, kind of a garage, and I rented a square footage in there for $100 a month.
Wow.
And had my torch set up on one side and put an air mattress over there. Had my dog stay warm. Did that for like 6-8 months before I could, And I just lived right across the street, so I was there. When coffee was on, I smelt it and I was there. Right. And I was doing something. It was either blowing glass or I was trying to do something around the house to show my worth, because that's how I was raised.
Right.
You got to earn your way through it.
Right on.
Yeah.
And so, just
so
being,
cool,
you're committed to learning and to being there and to helping Bob.
Being a part of it.
Yeah, well, I got help plenty too, man. And I'm a lot of good memories, a lot of good friends. The Snodgrass family is just beautiful. They're just cool people, man. Like, and they like, it was a seed. They just spread it, They just spread it. And it wasn't, Bob teaching everyone. There's only like 24 of us apprentices.
Right.
And he didn't teach a lot. He taught small things to people. He does that all the fucking time because that's his spirit. He's like he's Peter Pan. Yeah. He is the glassblowing community's Peter Pan. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And his spirit, I think he's probably 72, 73, and he's still little Peter Pan doing these cool ass experiments and being youthful and happy and just spreading the word.
So you're telling me that you are a lost boy?
I guess so. I never thought about it like that. Right on. I'm into that. Yeah.
Right on. That's cool, man.
That's so
Dude,
cool.
everybody wants to be a lost boy.
I
know. No doubt.
That means you're in it.
I just thought about that.
I rode with them, dude.
That's right.
Oh man, I'm gonna call all my fucking fellow apprentice buddies after this and be like, yo, we're fucking lost boys.
Yes. And you're spreading the seed, So I assume that, as the apprentice, you basically learned everything that he could teach you.
Well, and all the shit he didn't want to do.
And all the shit he didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Got it. So you got really good at that.
First 6 months was all solid work. You did not get to blow glass for the first 6 months. We made a lot of Snodgrass white, which is a color, and you make it using silver, and which was how he found out about fuming. Because now there were people in the 70s making pipes. Right. Don't get it twisted.
Sure.
But Bob brought color change, fuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, and not to
Bob
mention,
made them pretty.
Right. He made them pretty, and he was like, he wasn't a scientific glassblower that made pipes on the side. Right. Like, this motherfucker was out at Grateful Dead concerts doing the old fucking Shakedown Street hustle.
Yes.
Spreading these things around. Yeah.
Dude, have you seen that the Netflix show Blowing Hard or whatever, like the glassblowing show?
Yeah. One of my best friends was on it.
Okay, it's so fun to watch, but I am shocked that there aren't pipes.
Oh, there won't be. No, man. There won't be.
It won't be until someone makes it.
But
it's been attempted. But it never came even to production. Like there's been about 3 push. I was involved in one of them, and it was a joint out of L.A. and we got through to gathering up the inner crew on the glassblowing side, and then it just kind of. And everything always, it gets close and then just...
It's either burns hot in L.A. or
and
stall in development.
And there's a difference in the glass blowing to where you really have to be considerate in your approach, because what we do as pipe makers is not nearly as active and entertaining as working with hot glass. And hot glass starts hot.
Yeah.
So you get you a gather out of the furnace, you're doing shit.
Right, yeah.
I'm over here, I turn on my flame, I turn on the machine, I'm like,
what should I make?
Whoa. And that's so fucking filmable, man.
Yeah.
Let me watch the glass blower play with his beard.
You almost need like commentating or something, alongside it to.
And there's ways to build it up,
or more just conversational, stuff.
Well, I'll tell you the way that we approached it at that flame off. That in 2009 we coordinated a really amazing flame off in conjunction with one of the shows. And
how many contestants were there? How many
there was
blowers?
25 teams of 4.
25
so 100 glass blowers from all over the world. There was Germany, there was Switzerland, Austria, but he's actually German. but whatever.
Go figure.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
who's counting?
but he lived in Austria, so
Yeah.
and just legit. And then the cooler thing about it was, then this is when I talked about the magazine cover, this was the other thing that like was that breaking point for, in my opinion, for us pipe makers to be able to produce worthy pieces of art that the art community they can't say no.
Right.
You
Right.
can't say no to this.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to be undeniable.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so at this event, I pretty much split it right down the middle. And we had on the left side, we had all these, traditional glassblowers like Hans-Goto Frabel from Germany originally, but he's been in Atlanta. And this motherfucker has given Elton John glass, the
shit.
Queen of fucking England, okay?
Oh, shit.
My man has done things,
Your Majesty.
Swear to God, man.
Yeah.
He is a legit master. And, and then on the other side, we had our guys, which of course were all young because hardly any of us started before like 96, 98, and just, fucking tattoos to the gills back in 2009.
Yeah.
It's still like everybody's tattooed now. But,
Yeah, back then it was a life decision.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting back with, I can't remember Franz's last name, but anyway, he's a German cat, old school, knows his shit about glassblowing, about lamp working. And he was one of the guys that built all of Jerome Baker's equipment, all Jason Harrison stuff.
Yeah.
And and he kind of, the Americans are better.
Oh shit!
And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yes. So was it like it was a competition?
Glassblowing competition.
Okay, and so
And
there was one. Eventually, there was one winning team.
There was like one. Basically, it's kind of there was a winning team. It was more of a popular vote, and there were some judges' votes, that kind of horse shit.
Sure,
but it was well judged.
Yeah.
It was appropriate,
Yeah.
Sure.
But there was like a 12-foot rocking chair built that mother. Swear to God,
Whoa.
12-foot rocking chair out of glass.
Yes.
Marcel, Ham, you dirty fuckers.
Dude, that's badass.
Yeah.
I have to see
Wow.
this.
Where is this rocking
I'll
chair
show
today?
you all the video.
Yeah.
We
I mean-
fucking drove it we drove a vehicle into it at a very high rate of speed.
Nice.
We couldn't get a museum or anybody to take it, and Ham was selling it, or he was like, I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to have to break the motherfucker. But so he couldn't keep paying for storage in Vegas.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You build
Storing that is probably
God.
you just get nothing around it, nothing.
well, and if you build a 12-foot rocking chair in Vegas, it stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like 2 years of storage and all that, and then at one of the shows, taped up a bunch of fucking cardboard to a Bronco, and drove through it at about 45 miles an hour. And that was that.
Oh my God! How dangerous was that? Like,
Hey.
Jesus Christ! Who was the driver?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We ain't gonna talk on that.
Rest in power.
There was alcohol involved.
There's no footage in that.
Oh yeah. No, it's on YouTube for sure. And there was alcohol involved. For sure.
Oh my God, I wish we could see that.
Which alcohol brand sponsored that? 'Cause that's
Y'all,
how you pay for
if
it.
y'all want a fucking party, invite some glass blowers. Okay?
Oh my!
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
no doubt.
flame off. So that was a pretty the flame off was a pretty
It was just
important
it was
part
big
of your
like
career.
I mean for me, but like it was more that like there was a legit half of the best glass blowers in the country, you know, versus the best of the best of the best pipe makers. And when I say, best pipe makers, I'm talking about Banjo. I'm talking about fucking Darby. I'm talking about some Marcel. I'm talking about Eugene. Like, I mean, for sure, the top 10 of the top 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
And
incredible.
and whoop that ass.
Yes. Dude.
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Woo.
Yeah.
The Americans are better.
The Americans, he was, oh boy, he didn't want to say it.
That's
He
amazing.
didn't want to say it.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
will there be another event like this? I mean,
I mean, nobody's tried it. There is an event, but it's at Champs, and it's put on by, it's coordinated by a very good friend of mine out of Eugene. But it's in Champs.
right.
So if you don't go to Champs, which is an industry trade show,
Yeah.
go buy some weed things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Meet the brands.
But Maddie White has been doing that for a number of 10 years at least, and it's well done, and it is a contest, and it's inspired a lot of careers, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there's nothing publicly consumable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what a waste, I think.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got it blown away.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, people have been blowing glass 5,000 fucking years.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just got it blown away.
We just finally got it blown away.
Yeah.
That's true.
So-
That's true.
The pipe making show. We got to figure that out. That could be. There's a there. And,
Oh, sure.
And there's
100%.
several people trying to figure it
Yeah.
out.
I think
know?
it's more consumable than blown away.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you have a like the weed culture is, we're strong about our culture,
Yeah.
you know, to whereas glass blowing, you're looking at just the world and like, and
I'm
it's
just looking
cool,
at art,
but
and it's always subjective, and that's the thing. It's cool, but I'm like, what are you gonna do with it after? You know, and it's cool, but this is a beautiful piece that you could have out. That is art, you know. But I'm also gonna smoke out of it.
And weed culture has changed as far as pipes. I mean, like these guys are making legitimate works of art that they're selling for over 100. I've seen a pipe. I've seen a pipe priced, and it's worth it if somebody buys it.
Right.
At $1 million.
I mean, why not?
1 million.
Dude,
Why
I mean, what are people buying with
see-
cryptocurrency, like NFTs and shit?
Right.
You know, the money they're spending on those.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
See,
drop a
that's
bill
the one
on
thing
a fucking
when we mentioned
pipe.
earlier about like idiocracy kind of being upon us. There is also like, as there is good with bad,
The other
there
side.
is this like incredible like things like NFTs and cyber coins. Like,
Well,
popping
talk
up.
about coins. Talk about Marcel Braun and the Starship out in Eugene, Oregon. He's dedicated himself to glass coins because he does not believe in fiat currency.
Yeah,
Right. Sure.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
And he's got NFTs going on, that shit. Anybody wants to check this out? Marcel Braun, Braun, a Starship in every garage. It's the shit.
Yeah.
And my man works hard. They just pulled
I love
a
that.
Starry Night coin.
Oh,
So they
wow.
did Van Gogh's Starry Night
wow.
out of glass.
Wow.
And, you know, we're talking a 12. Yeah, no, man.
Had the
it's-
coins come out like coin size?
Oh,
Dude.
So it's like a physical.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
exactly.
physical
It's a
token, but is it connected
It-
to the? Is it connected to like a digital token?
They're just starting to connect to the
Okay.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Right.
Very cool.
So,
So-
the value drives.
That's
there.
very fun.
Right.
Wow,
Very
I'm so
Yeah.
excited to hear that.
Yeah,
That's so
Marcel
fucking cool.
Braun.
Marcel Braun, don't
Marcel
sleep on that
Braun,
name. I mean,
yeah.
don't sleep on Boxfan's name.
No doubt.
That's what I know.
Right.
That's what I know. It's like, I can't believe you're like right up the street kind of from where we
Yeah.
are. That's so,
Yeah.
it's like blows my mind to think about, you
There's
know,
a
that
strong Texas culture
Yeah.
of glass blowing, especially
Yeah.
in Austin, you know, and it's the home to some of like the best, some of the more popular companies, like the old, what's the old graphics? Graphics.
Yeah.
He's still in business. His family's still in business. They make grinders now,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, this guy was blowing glass in the '80s in Austin.
Yeah.
You got Grav,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
a huge force in the pipe world.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Totally.
Salt, which
Yeah.
is one of the absolute best glass blowers out there in the world,
No doubt.
Yeah.
is actively from in the community. Like,
Isn't that
That's
amazing?
incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing that, you know, and they talk about being just pioneers in the cannabis space, period. Because, you know, if you're making pipes, I mean, you're smoking weed.
oh yeah,
And
Yeah.
it's amazing that I think of those people in this game of like progressing the agenda. Ultimately, you were doing it with art, and you were staying alive, making a business, selling pipes in a time where that shit was completely frowned upon.
Oh no.
You know, it's obviously still illegal, but
Oh,
more
I've had
accepted now.
cases taken. I've had so many incidents. I'm not going
Can
to
you
just go
believe
into them,
it?
but
I can
like
only
I've had
imagine.
so
Making a
many
goddamn
incidents.
pipe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm just
no.
like, I
Well,
can't.
and just to see their, God bless you, any police officers, law enforcement officers listening, but like back in the fucking 90s and especially early 2000s, you motherfuckers got excited when you saw me with the gun case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I'm gonna be on the front page.
Yeah.
I got some of them damn pipes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
gonna spread them out
Swear
all
to God,
around
you
it.
know, like, and you can just see it in their eyes. They're
T-bone
like, I'm
T-bone
getting
in
a
the middle
raise
of
for
the
this
pipes.
one.
illegal. It was illegal to
Oh,
make
it was
pipe.
so yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's paraphernalia. It's paraphernalia.
Yeah, it's still illegal to make
Yeah.
pipes.
Yeah,
That's federal.
yeah.
We got to wait for that federal to get cleaned up before, now it's all
That blows my mind.
It's all semantics, and we've got our bullshit. Don't say bong, don't
Right,
say
right,
blah,
right.
blah,
Yeah.
Yes,
blah.
of course.
I don't know what they're going to smoke out
I'm
of
going to
it.
take a hit from this Flarkenschnau.
Right?
Exactly.
Now,
That's the
so-
legal term. That's the legal
Flarkenschnau. Yeah, so,
So,
and that just, now we have not been like aggressively prosecuted since 2003. I definitely
Yeah.
feel that,
deep bowl.
yeah, it was
Love
deep
it.
bowl. It was going to be
I love
three
a
of
deep
us.
bowl. It's like the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, you haven't been prosecuted since 2003. But the fact is, it's god damn, like your psychological skin is so scarred as an artist.
That's fucking
No,
crazy.
I was
Yeah.
high. Didn't I?
That's good.
No.
That's good. Well, I
Yeah.
I feel that shit. It pisses me off because I love
like,
beautiful
just
things.
keep going.
Yeah.
Keep moving
Yeah.
forward.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Keep moving forward. Keep making beautiful things.
And it also, as in anything that is difficult or brings difficulty, we all got stronger from that shit. Us that made it through it, because, like we're talking about going from, I'm raising a family, I'm bringing in a legitimate whatever that was every month, $5,000-6,000,
Right. Right.
I'm doing business with businesses.
Yes. Yes.
To their fucking doors were locked.
Yeah.
That was done.
Wow.
So it's like, and nobody, it was 3 months before people started opening their doors back up.
Yeah.
So it made us have to be more creative and start like, okay, I'm going to make perfume bottles. I'll make some marbles. I'll do some pendants. I'm going to go work the swap meet.
Yeah.
Whatever it took,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
so we
yeah.
all became more resilient. My man Salt was making shit for your bathroom.
Right.
And he even went and worked a New York show. Like I'm talking about one of those where there's 10,000 booths and shit for
Oh,
a
wow.
gift shop.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Selling glass.
Selling glass.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just trying to keep, if we can just afford another tank of oxygen so we can melt some more glass.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Wow. That is. That I'm baffled that it's such a struggle, and then it's such a struggle because of the system.
Just making shit in America is a struggle. Like, if you're gonna make your living off of actually using these,
Yeah.
you're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the way the society runs.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm not like, there's some people that have made lots of good money blowing glass and
Yeah.
continue to. I'm not saying that, but everybody had to go through that first 5-6 years, to get bruised and get beat up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle
That
tested.
6-year mark.
Battle
Yeah.
tested.
God dang.
So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so what, what should consumers do? Where should consumers buy glass?
Buy Helix?
How?
Oh, where should they? Like, I would, if you want to keep something romantic around, then you should shop your local brick and mortar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buying a pipe's like buying a pair of shoes. And unless you just want a cheap piece of shit to smoke out of, that
Right.
you just throw away, an intentional, maybe it's an on the way to work pipe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
But if you're investing into it to enhance your smoking experience, you should go put your hands on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they're a vital part to, if it wasn't for smoke shops buying our fucking pipes,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Where would we be?
Yeah.
That's
Where
right.
would we be? Yeah.
That's right. I love that. You got to support your local community
Mhm.
and the
Yeah.
mom and pop shops who are, the foundation, they're the ones who are bringing the goods to me, Amazon we love, but it's just like, that's throwaway shit. This
I
kind
do.
of thing is like, you just want to, you have to touch it.
I
'cause-
appreciate my online customers. Let me also say that.
Yes.
All right.
No, 100%. But also,
Right.
like, you said a pipe is like
No
a pair
diss
of
to the net.
shoes.
None.
No diss to the net, but you did say a pipe is like a pair of shoes. So then
It
you've
really
got your
is.
piece from the local community.
Yeah.
Then the next month you've got your, you've
got
got
your
your piece,
custom
you got
boot.
your Helix, you got
Mhm.
your
You got
American
handmade
Helix.
boot. Yeah.
And then I collecting them and showing them off at home. I think that's a trend
I think so.
that we're gonna keep seeing.
I hope so.
We have to make cleaning them easier. But
Oh,
when
it
we do,
is.
well,
You
listen,
you might need to update your technology.
all right. Oh damn. All right.
We are constantly on the search for like
Yeah,
keeping a
cleaning.
pipe clean and like the easiest way, quickest way. And I mean,
Well, and it's the constant. It's the don't let it get chunky.
right,
You know,
Yeah.
because
Keeping
then you're
it
a light
constant.
rinse and you're out.
right,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
So basically, just put it by the fucking dishes and just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But see, that's
Go
what I'm
so- we
saying.
use
Like,
alcohol.
I'm all
Yeah.
about like an easier system. I'm thinking about it. Okay,
Do it.
Boxfan. I'm thinking about it. Maybe it's a collab.
Have a
because your
Texas grow
pieces-
house collab.
Just yes, but it's like a thing that it sits under your sink. I mean, I'm a mom. I don't have time for this shit, but I love to
mean,
smoke out of a
that's-
clean piece.
I do that. I have a little
Yeah.
piece of Tupperware with,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
and I've
yeah.
got my purple
Yeah.
power in there.
Yeah.
And so I'll just slip it
Mhm.
in there and I'll leave. And so I know the next time that I come to
Yeah.
the sink, I can wash it out.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I've there are dreams. We'll talk. We'll take this, we'll take this offline. No, but I think that's good advice. Go to your local shop. Shop American Helix.
No doubt.
.com. Right. Okay. Some people are .us. We're .co.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Texas
Yeah,
Grow House Co.
We like to make
Yeah.
sure that people know it's Co. 'cause-
.com is a Swedish company.
Can't find them.
Yeah.
Go. Go for the hose. Rise with Grow.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh damn, dude, you're rapping right now.
Damn.
Right?
I mean,
Poet didn't know it.
that's
Yeah,
right.
right.
That's right. Well, I'm feeling it. I feel like just so grateful to be
That's
here
that
with
good
you.
American Helix smoke right there.
That's right.
Mm.
I feel my tummy kind of grumbling. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say.
It's time
I'm
to get
getting a
some
little
lunch.
hungry.
Yeah.
William, thank you so much for hosting us
Yeah.
in your space. Thank you for letting us be with you today. I'm just so grateful to get to know you. And
Yeah.
Liz, thanks for setting this up.
Yeah,
Oh
thank
my
y'all.
gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Grateful.
Booms.
Yeah, boom.
My man,
Wonder,
thank you,
wonder
thank you.
twins.
Yes, that's right.
You know,
Wonder Twins.
Wonder twins
Wonder
activate.
tries.
Wonder
Wonder
tries
tries.
activate.
All right.
All right.